Helene Koch is a volunteer with the German Action Reconciliation Service for Peace. Nearly every day she takes visitors through the ruins of Oradour-sur-Glane, telling them about the day when members of the Waffen-SS massacred almost all of the residents and then torched the village. "642 men, women, and children died. The ruins stand as silent witness to the massacre." 18-year-old Helene Koch is deeply moved.
Every time it's a journey into the past for me. It's more rage that I feel. It's more incomprehension. It's simply incomprehensible for me. It's because I can't explain it that I feel this grief.
Archive footage shows street scenes in Oradour in the summer of 1944, shortly before the massacre. People seem to be enjoying the summer weather, aware that Allied forces are advancing through France and forcing the German army to retreat. The 10th of June started no differently. That was the day General Heinz Lammerding ordered units of the Waffen-SS division Das Reich into Oradour. Robert Hébrard will never forget what happened. 19 years old at the time, he was standing on this spot on the main street.
The SS entered the village from back there and took up position there. Then an SS man walked down each side of the street, drumming the people out of their houses and giving orders. And everyone followed them.
The SS herded the villagers together and separated the men from the women and children. They were allegedly searching for hidden weapons. Robert Hébrard recounts that he was taken to a neighbor's barn with 40 other men.
They set up 2 machine guns here. Most of us were standing here in the middle of the barn. I was standing back there by the wall. Then all at once there was a loud bang and they started shooting.
Hébrard was wounded. He lay motionless under the bodies of his friends and neighbors pretending to be dead. Then the soldiers set fire to the barn.
They threw everything that was flammable on top of us. Eventually the fire reached me as well. Then I had the choice of being burned alive or dying from a bullet. I had no way to escape. But then at last they pulled out.
Robert Hébrard was just one of 6 people to survive the Oradour massacre. General Charles de Gaulle visited the remains of the village in March 1945. Deeply moved, he declared that the ruins were to be preserved as a memorial to Nazi terror. The massacre haunts France to this day. After the war, German politicians were long barred from entering Oradour. Only in recent years have German volunteers like Helene Koch begun to work for the Memorial Center, assisting French historians or giving tours to French schoolchildren. It's now a part of the Oradour Museum concept for Germans to take part.
I think it's good that Germans come here to work. They're not our enemies anymore, and times have changed. The Germans from back then are no longer the Germans of today. The mentality is completely different.
The archive, too, is the scene of German-French teamwork. Many details of the massacre remain unclear. Helene Koch often accompanies French historians as they collect material in the region and interview surviving eyewitnesses.
I think this would be very hard for me to cope with, and that's what I admire about the people we talk to. They relive the whole thing over and over. When they talk about it, the images return.
She met Robert Hébrard for the first time a short while ago. She's accompanied him several times to the ruins since. Today they're visiting Oradour's former church. Robert Hébras needs some time alone here. This is where the SS murdered all the women and children. The bullet holes are still visible in the walls and altar. Among the victims were his mother and sister.
I look around and wonder how they died. Where did they lie? At which spot? That's the question that keeps going through my mind. Where did they die?
Is there any way he can forgive?
Yes, I can forgive the Germans, but never the ones responsible for this, the ones who did this.
In spite of what he experienced, Robert Hébras has spent decades working for reconciliation. But he says the future of Franco-German friendship lies with young people like Elena.